Michael from Akashic Books, and I am very honored today to be speaking with 8-time Grammy Award-winning musician Ziggy Marley. Ziggy, how are you doing today, and where do I find you?
Yeah, I'm in LA. I'm doing all right, everything good.
Today we're going to be speaking about your 2 forthcoming books, children's picture books, Music is in Everything, and My Dog Romeo. But before talking to you about books, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about music. Can you speak a little bit about the celebrations you and your family have been planning around your father's 75th birthday?
Yeah, well, we've been, earlier this year, we had actually planned to do some touring with my brother Steven, but that didn't work out, so we figured, we have to pay more attention to social media and try and celebrating through that medium a lot more than being in front of people. So we had a couple of different things we did this year. There were some new music videos for Redemption Song. There was a series on YouTube called the Legacy Series, and right now we have a book out called Bob Marley, Portrait of the Legend, which is a picture book, which kind of shows you a little inside picture into his life. And so, and then I did a tribute set, a viral tribute set earlier this year too. So we try and figure out different ways we can still celebrate even though we couldn't be in front of people.
Your most recent album is More Family Time, an album of children's music. I understand that you recorded a lot of the album during the pandemic?
Yeah, it was during the first 2 months probably, 3 months of the whole thing. I just found myself writing these songs because of my 4-year-old son, who, while I was working on other projects, he would come into the studio and, be fun and be like, goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga. And so that inspired me to write a song called Goo Goo Gaga. And then it kind of just started from that, really. And so I had to switch from one mindset to the next mindset. And I was a little bit conflicted about, because a lot of things were happening. A lot of the Black Life movement was happening at the same time. The COVID thing, just the whole, so my mind was really on those things until he came and took my mind after that and put me more on a children's part of music. And so I felt like that was just the right path to go down this time, to balance some of the heaviness with something light and something for families and children.
When you are writing music for children, do you play the music for your children while you're making it to get any feedback, or do you keep that completely separate?
No, they hear it. I don't play it for them. They hear it. It plays in the house. Whether they want to hear it or not, they hear it. And then they'll sometimes say something or, dance or sing along. And then, But it's a very natural thing around here. The studios, when they come in, them check it out. And they hear me writing songs, working on songs all the time. So, and it's not like I need them to show me, hey, what do you think about this? It's just a part of our everyday life. I can read them. You know what I'm saying? I know them,
The record More Family Time has a lot of collaborations with other artists. Was it difficult to collaborate with people while being socially distanced? I'm assuming that they didn't even come into the studio with you. Was it all done remotely?
Yeah, remotely, yeah. But it's funny though. Because, most of the artists who work on it, I've known them. I've known them for years. I've played with them. We respect each other musical, and I'm inspired by their music. So that connection is a very strong connection to me. That made this, even though we weren't doing things together, that made it still feel together. So there's a connection there that made the music and the artists can work together even though we're not in the same place. That's a strong connection, and it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all. It was quite easy. I think everyone in their own space without the energies of people or mind or somebody saying it's a different thing. It's a different thing. than if you know, with a bunch of people in a studio, and it's a different energy. So I liked it.
During your own songwriting process, is there anything different about making music that's for children versus music for the general audience?
No, I enjoy it more. I mean, it's more, yeah, I enjoy that more. It's, you know, it's candy. It's like candy. You know, it's like a treat. You know, it's you know, it's nice. It make you feel good. It give me my imagination a chance to just go places and think about things and try different things that I really wouldn't try if I was doing another project. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fact that when I do a children's album, yeah, so it's a different mindset. It's a different mindset, but it's not it doesn't diminish the musical and everything that goes into it. It goes in with the same effort and same intensity. Those things don't diminish. It's not like, oh, I'm doing less. No, it's a different feeling, and I like the feeling, and I like the fact that I can use my imagination and go, you know, write goo goo gaga. You know what I mean? So I like that. It's a freedom. It's a freedom, and it's another aspect of me that I enjoy exploring.
At some point along the way, you decided to make children's books out of your two songs, Music Isn't Everything and My Dog Romeo. What led you to pick those two songs to turn into children's picture books?
Well, it's a team effort, because I work with my wife, and we have a team at Tough Gang Worldwide, and we all, you know, because I never like to make a decision by myself. I always like to ask somebody, hey, what do you think about that, you know? Like, you know, because we're doing it for everyone. You know, someone know what somebody else feel about it. So really, those two were just the stories that we felt were appropriate right now. And I mean, all of them could be books, really. Because the words that what we sing is words that you can read like a book too. If you want to put this in a book, you know, and the imagery that goes with it also adds another layer to the music itself. And I think having music and then having a book that the kids them can, that's a song and this is a book to it, and they can read the words and learn the words. I like that idea. So everyone, I mean, yo, I was fighting because I wanted another book, and somebody, you know, it was a whole thing. But we had to be diplomatic and settle on these two for now.
Were you around books a lot when you were growing up?
Not like a library of books, but I was around book. I was around like the Bible, and there were some books about politics and books about music. But that's about it still. But when I became of age to, you know, seek books for myself, I had a lot of books. I grew up. That's in my teenage years was when all the books came. Before that, not so many, but in my teenage years, I bought a lot of books. Search. Oh, what's that? What's his name? What's her name?
That's my dog Cuppy.
My coffee. Big up all the dogs all around, man.
She's usually a little better behaved when I'm speaking with people.
Yeah, so, you know, books are very important to me. I love books. And I read comic books too. I don't just read like the novels and stuff. I like comic books. I like all type of books.
The illustrator for both books is a very talented Polish illustrator named Ag Jetkowska, who also illustrated your previous children's picture book, I Love You Too. What do you like about Ag's illustrations? What drew you to her work?
Well, they're just simple. I mean, simple, and she can tell the story. So, yeah, you know, clean and just simple. There's nothing to it. It is what it is, and that simplicity to me is important for this type of book that we're doing. Maybe later we'll do more, the different type of book, and it's a different type of artist that goes with another type of book. But for this, I love just the simplicity of her work, and all the characters look happy and joyful. So it reflects the song well to me.
Do you have the sense that Ag knows your music well? Like, do you have to give a lot of feedback, or does she get the tone right in her first drafts of illustration?
No, she get the tone right. She really, I don't know what it is. She understand, you know? She understands something. So she definitely, or else we wouldn't be with her again, you know what I mean? So we know she understands something.
Our audience today is librarians all over the United States. Have you spent much time in your life in libraries, and how do you feel about libraries and librarians?
Well, so what is a library? All right. So we have two, since you asked me if I spend a lot of time in a library, I'm going to explain it like this. My room was a library. You understand me? So let's think about library as a place where you find all these books, you can journey and learn stuff. But for what we're speaking about with the librarians and the libraries in cities and in towns and so forth, these are places of refuge. I used to visit my school library. It was a place where we got to get away from the noise, and we can kind of go deep within ourselves or within a story. Sometimes I would play chess. So the library really is more than, it's not just a place where you go read a book, it's a place where you go find refuge. You know, it's a place where you go take a break from the noise and have a place where and you can do it as a community. This is a beautiful thing about it. You know, you can do it as a community. You know, so that's what a library is to me, and so were my books in my room. It's a refuge. My room was a refuge too. You know, that books and I would read, and that's what it is. You know, books are refuge. You know, from what's happening. You know.
In 2016, Akashic Books published the best-selling Ziggy Marley and Family Cookbook, which blended Jamaican recipes with Middle Eastern recipes with a very strong emphasis on health, food as sustenance and healthy food. What originally inspired you to make a cookbook?
Well, I cook, you know, so I was cooking and I was like, yo, look at that. Click, take a picture. Wow, that look good. Yo, let's make a cookbook. You know what I say? For sure, really, I was having fun. I like cooking, you know, and then the food tastes good and it's healthy. So we just say, yo, let's, you know, with Orly, my wife, you know, we say, yo, why don't we do a cookbook? It really gives us opportunity, not only to share what we have, but to have a further, widen our community, widen my community. You know, reach out to more people in a way. This is how we reach out to people. Through books, yeah? Here's a book of, you know, some recipes that I've put together. There you go. Now we can talk to the people who loves to cook food out of cookbooks. You know, we have a line of communication. We have a way of interact with each other. So it's just really for widen the family and, you know, grow the tent, as they would say, just bigger and bigger. In all these different type of aspects that I am a part of. So food is a very important thing to me, and eating healthy is the first line of defense for any illness, including what's happening right now. You know, we have to try to keep healthy, and I mean, I hope what the situation we're in can teach us as well. You know, what do we need to do differently? Washing and Yeah, but what about eating more healthy? So that your body have the resistance to certain things, or more resistance to certain things. That is very important to me. And so, you know, the cookbook and speaking about these things, because maybe if I didn't have a cookbook, I wouldn't say that. And so that's the reason why.
Have you and your family been cooking more during the pandemic, or?
Yeah, my wife is a master chef now. My wife is a master chef. She went from 0 to 100, man. She'll cook up a storm right now.
Excellent. All right.
The kids them cooking too. They cook breakfast. Everybody's cooking. Everybody's cooking. Yeah, music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. I said, music is in everything. Pots and pans, they make good sound. Families now gather round. There's a concert Saturday afternoon. Join us in the kitchen as we make our rhythm. Grandma, grandpa, you'll be dancing too. Make a rice shaker, let's eat dinner later. Raindrops really locked into the groove. Laughing is a nice sound, spreading joy all around. Have you heard the river's latest tune? Music is in everything. Listen to the birds, they sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the birds, they sing. Music is in everything, yeah. Listen to the birds, they sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the birds, they sing. Sit pots and pans, they make good sound. Families now gather round. Here's a concert Saturday afternoon. Join us in the kitchen as we make our rhythm. Auntie, uncle, you'll be dancing too. Now, make a rice shaker and let's eat dinner later. Raindrops really locked into the groove. Tell you now, laughing is a nice sound, spreading joy all around. Have you heard the river's latest tune? Hey. Music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the birds, they sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the ocean sing. Music is in everything. Listen to the birds, they sing. Music is in everything. Yeah, man, remember, anything make music, you know. That music, it's in everything.
Thank you so much, Ziggy. That was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I know all the librarians will appreciate this wonderful performance, and I hope you have a great day. And I'm very proud to be your publisher. And
I appreciate all the librarians and everyone that do the work, you know, because it's really a special work you guys doing. Very
Thank
special
you.
work. So keep, you know,
Love you,
keep the
Ziggy
faith, you know.
Marley.